I just knew that he told me I needed to leave, and I left. Honestly, that's what I did.
Okay.
I left.
I'm gonna try this one more time, okay? And I'm gonna give you a chance to be honest with me, okay? This third person bullshit.
In this video, we are going to investigate a crazy compulsive liar who ends up biting his own tongue.
And I bet you $5 right now that you're ashamed.
The year was 2016 in Savannah, Tennessee. Kim Allen was found dead in her home. The coroner estimated that Kim had been dead for several days before they found her. They also noticed superficial cuts on her neck and blood dripping from her eyes. This indicates that Kim might have been strangled to death. The back door window to her house was broken from the inside out. This led investigators to believe that the killer wanted them to think that it was a robbery gone wrong. But the killer must have been in a hurry because he forgot to actually steal anything. Neighbors claimed they saw a mysterious man coming and going from Kim's house throughout the week. To gain more information about this unknown man, investigators checked her banking and phone records. Just 5 days before her body was found, surveillance footage caught Kim withdrawing $420 from her account. They were also able to catch a man using her card to buy beers and cigarettes earlier that same day. Her cell phone records show that her last call was to a woman named Stacy. Stacy told the investigators that her brother Eric had called her from Kim's phone. The investigators quickly identified the man in the CCTV footage as Eric, so they tracked him down and brought him in for interrogation.
Under that long. She was pretty cool, nice person. She opened up to me, and I opened up to her. She had been real nervous. She just kept mentioning Larry. She had told me some prior incidents where she was at a bar where he drug her up by the back of her hair. He was screaming that I'll kill us both. I don't know if he physically did anything to her recently, or she's had a run into him.
Let me clarify again real quick, just what I want, okay? From Friday night, from the time you met up with Kim, okay, through today when you talked to us.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Friday night, definitely drinking. And then we went back to her place.
Okay.
And I went to sleep on the couch because that's not where I slept at. Saturday, we've been to Nashville. We bar hopped a little bit. She did say that she was going to meet up with a friend of hers that she knew for a while. I know it was a guy, but I don't know his name. Never got it. I left from her and was just roaming around all night. So I figured she did meet up with whoever she was talking about. And I haven't seen her since. After that, all of that. She probably did meet up with that person.
Okay.
And they either stayed downtown or they went back to their place.
Okay, so Saturday night you didn't come back to her place at all?
No.
You stayed in Nashville?
No, sir.
Eric just told his first big lie during the interrogation. He said that he left on a Saturday and didn't come back to her place, but the investigators caught Eric using Kim's credit cards the next day. They will now inform Eric of this lie, and you will see him physically crumble under the pressure.
So you haven't seen her since Saturday? So how were you in her car in Smyrna at 11:09 a.m. on Sunday?
On Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall being in her car on Sunday.
You recall going to the store and using her credit card?
Yes, that's when I told you when she, yes,
On
I'm
Sunday?
sorry. Yes, sorry. That's when, I came back down here for a little bit, and then yeah, I remember that. I forgot about that, and I'm sorry. I'm not lying to you. I'm a little freaked out because, one, I didn't do nothing wrong.
Right now, you're telling me a lot of...
I know, I'm
circumstances,
trying to remember everything.
Now, if something happened and you were at the house and a mistake happened, then that's what we need to know. We can deal with mistakes. But somebody that's going to lie to us about it, that tells us that somebody's trying to hide something.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Okay, yeah.
It was a screaming battle. It was a guy named Carl. I want to say it was Miller. Carl Miller. I know Larry didn't do anything. I don't know how she knows him. They were just screaming and yelling at each other. Like Sunday, Monday morning, like early morning. He just told me, get the f*** out of there. I called the taxi, and I left.
Detectives searched for a Carl Miller living in the area, but nothing came up. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to realize that Eric just made that person up on the spot. This is actually quite common behavior from suspects. They talk about the crime in third person through a fictional character as a coping mechanism, allowing them to confess to their crimes without feeling guilty.
I knew probably something bad had happened, but I didn't know what.
Okay. I'm going to ask you this one time. Okay. And I want you to be perfectly honest with me. When you saw her Monday, before you left there, Was she alive? Don't lie to me either.
I know she was drugged up. He was crushing some type of pills. I seen a residue on the counter. I watched him put the powder in a cup.
Okay.
And then I watched him put Diet Dr. Pepper on top of it. I got scared. I called the taxi.
How'd you call the taxi?
She had given me her cell phone to hold on to.
Okay. So what'd you do with her phone?
After I got rid of it because I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Well, I gotta be honest with you. It's still bugging me that you take her phone and just decide to throw it away. Because if you don't know that she's dead, you're not gonna take your friend's phone and throw it in the trash because she's gonna want her phone back.
I threw it away in the trash can.
Where?
Downtown. At that time, honestly, speaking truthfully to you, I didn't know she was dead.
When suspects repeats phrases like, "I wouldn't lie to you," and "honestly," detectives usually interprets this as a sign that they are being lied to.
Sometimes some things happen, okay? Some things are accidents, okay? If you were there, y'all were having sex, you were getting drunk, you were getting stoned, she died, then that's what we need to know, okay?
I just knew that he told me I need to leave, and I left. Honestly, that's what I did.
Okay.
And I left.
I'm gonna try this one more time, okay? And I'm gonna give you a chance to be honest with me, okay? This third person bullshit is bullshit. That's all it is, bullshit. There is no carbon over in Smyrna or Rutherford County. You're gonna have to start being honest with me
I'm being
because
honest right now.
no, you're not. You keep blowing smoke at my butt.
I'm being honest with you. I'm freaking out because I did not kill this woman. I didn't poison this woman. I didn't do shit.
You and her, the only two in the house at that time.
At that time, yes.
Okay. So you were there Sunday night, correct? At her house. Okay. Whose picture are we gonna see at the ATM at night? That night.
On which night?
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you. She went to the ATM and got the cash out. I think it was like $420 or something like that. I was with her when she went to the bank.
What were you holding to her neck?
I don't hold nothing.
At the back.
Oh, that's that's what she had. I went home.
Come on.
I had a life.
Nobody has mentioned a knife until now. This slip-up from Eric is most likely a recollection of what actually happened. His story is starting to completely fall apart.
Okay, you want to try this again?
She asked me. I didn't cut her. She asked me to hold it. And I did.
She asked you to hold what?
She gave me a knife.
Okay.
I didn't cut
She tell you to hold it up to her neck?
I didn't hold it to her neck. I just kind of held it like this. She said, "I'm gonna loan you $40," and she took out $420, and I didn't need $400.
So you took $420 from her. Let me tell you something, okay? Right now, you're blowing buku smoke up my ass, okay? Now, if you want to keep this story up, we can play all night long. But we all know what happened, don't we?
Honestly, truth, I was so felt drunk, I don't even remember. There was a struggle when we got back. Not like a fight.
Between you and her?
She was stumbling, and I went to catch her when I did, and it stuck in, and I freaked the out.
What'd you do with the knife?
I threw it away
Where?
downtown
Where?
in the parking garage. After she fell on it, I got a towel to hold it right there. And I said, "Kim, I'm so sorry." I said, I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. And I don't remember a whole lot because I had blacked out. Not like blacked out, but I did. And I know I'm going to jail.
He is only telling them bits and pieces of information. The detectives know that he didn't accidentally stab her with a knife while trying to help her. The detectives need a real confession, so they sent him to his jail cell for the night in hopes of successfully extracting a real confession from Eric. But before going to bed, Eric requested to see the interrogators to get something off his chest.
Oh, I don't doubt that one bit, Holmes. I don't doubt that one bit, okay? I really don't. And I can see in your eyes. You love your family. You love your sister very much. And I bet you $5 right now that you're ashamed. And you're ashamed about bringing this upon him, aren't you? Right?
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you something. There's an old saying, truth will set you free.
I'm not a drunk ass one. This and that. For some damn reason, I wanted to get you. And I'm going to like, I don't know why. Can I just touch your neck and change? Sure. And I slapped her on the neck. And I realized what I was doing somehow and how I dropped her. And she asked me to give her some of the medicine help her So I gave her way too much.
Did you crush it up and put it in a drink?
Yeah, I thought that it would help ease the pain. And then she passed away.
Just a couple questions. What'd you do with the duct tape? What'd you use the duct tape for?
It got found in her hands.
Is she dead when you put the duct tape on?
But I did that after her. She had passed away.
She had duct tape on her hands. What else did you put in duct tape? Mouth. You put it across her mouth.
Yes. And I think I did on her eyes.
Did you put it across her nose?
I want to say yes.
I'm going to ask you the hardest question I've ever going to ask a person. Okay? So this is a you to me. Okay? And I just want you to give me a plain, straight up, honest answer.
Yes, sir.
Did you choke her?
I didn't show her what happened was after she was already gone and I wanted to make her fucking break it. I put the tape around her neck, told her on the bag.
Put a bag over her head,
Yes.
and then you put duct tape around the neck.
She was only gone.
How did you know she passed away?
She was making some type of noise. It sounded like a snore almost. I just snapped.
Okay.
And I didn't know realize what I was doing until afterwards.
Okay. Let me clear up just a little bit, okay? I think you're ashamed of what happened at the bank.
Very much.
But what happened is what happened at the bank kind of led to the rest of the evening.
Yes, sir.
Am I pretty close with that?
Yes. No, you're not close. You're right.
You crushed the pills, put them in a cup. She drank some more. She started to get sleepy. You carry her to the bed. You went back into the living room. And then she was making those noises. You went back into the bedroom, put a plastic bag over her head, and then duct tape the plastic bag.
I feel very bad.
Oh, I do. I know you do. I know you do. I really do. I know you don't understand. I feel really bad. I can see. I can see it in your eyes. Okay. It's okay. It's all right. All right. Let's come on back in here. We'll do what we gotta do. All right.
An acquaintance of Alan, Eric Ellis, allegedly murdered the 45-year-old at her home on Branch Trail in Smyrna back in March. Police tell News 2 he apparently confessed to the crime.
One of the more sickening parts of this case is that Eric continued to sleep on her couch while she was laying dead in the same house. Eric ended up pleading guilty to the murder of Kim Allen. He is currently serving a life sentence with the possibility of parole. Click the video on the screen right now if you want to see how a desperate psychopath tries to justify the fact that she shot her ex-boyfriend in the face.